Hello, biologists. I wanted to show you how to use our Blackboard page and our textbook because both of them have a couple of things that are not intuitive, and I just want to either introduce you to them or give you a refresher. So I'm going to share my screen. All right, now you can see my Google page. So the first thing I need to do is figure out how to get to Blackboard. You can go to my MHCC and access it down here, or what I often end up doing is just Googling MHCC Blackboard. And if you Google it, then it pops up mhcc.blackboard.com. And that's a really easy way to get to it. You'll then log in. I'm already logged in, and you'll see your classes for the term. If you go into one of your classes, that's where you're going to find all the information. So this is our home page. Now, navigating through Blackboard can be a little counterintuitive. You can scroll up and down. Hold on, I'm going to change it to a student preview. So this is what you would see. It looks like there's not a lot there, but that's because our table of contents is hiding. So over on the left, this little yellow bar, it pops out. Now I can see my table of contents. So the lesson page, that's where you're going to find all your weekly assignments, plus your syllabus section will always be there in case you want to review how many points something is worth, or what the late policy is, or what the plagiarism policy is. So that's where you're going to find that information. We'll start there. So if I click into the syllabus section, I can see the intro here. This is the syllabus. This is where I'm going to find office hours, what kind of assignments, what they're due, all that kind of stuff, really important stuff. But what I want to show you about Blackboard is there's a couple ways to navigate once you're inside of a folder like this. So I can navigate here in the table of contents, syllabus schedule, the syllabus quiz, or I can go over here and use these tabs. So there's two different ways to navigate through. Let me put on my little light here. There you go. So the spotlight's there. So you can navigate here, or you can navigate here with those page tabs. Once you're done reading this whole thing, because there's important information here, you move on to the schedule. If you're in a in-person lab, we're going to have a lot of field trips this term. So please make sure you note whether or not it's outside so you can dress appropriately. If you're in the online section, the labs are done by you, but you still have to go outside. So please leave time to make sure that you have time to complete these assignments, because if it's an outdoor lab, you can't do it in the dark. So please plan ahead for these kind of labs. Then you're going to see the syllabus quiz. That's where you're going to take information from the syllabus and make sure that you understand it. The student information survey, I'm going to go ahead and click to launch it so I can show you how you can check your grades for it later. So you hit click to launch. Again, here's all the fun questions. Let's just answer one of them saying hi, and then we save and submit. It'll say, are you sure? And you say yes. So there's that. Now we can look at my grade for it later. In the syllabus section, you're also going to find a link to our textbook. You can find the link to our textbook over here on the side as well. So there's our textbook link. When you click on it, it will take you to our free online textbook. And I will show you that in a second because I want to show you a couple of things about it. And then, of course, outcomes, which we'll download for you, which is really cool. So you can read through those and make sure you understand what is responsible and important to be taking note of while we go through, and so you can prepare for the exams. So that's the lesson homepage. Let's go to the first week. Every time you open up an activity assignment, you're going to get an activity page like this. It's going to tell you what's due and when, give you a description, and then that's where you're going to find the links to the major assignments. So here's the link to the homework. It's going to give you a description of the quiz, information about the lecture, and then if you scroll down, you have your lab links. This is where your online labs will be linked to as well. So really important that you start there each week and that you read the full description of assignments. This is where you're going to find all the information. Then you're going to do your homework, and when you want to submit it, you click here using your table of contents or using the page tabs 1 through 6, and you can submit your assignments. Then you can click over and go to the reading quiz. Please make sure that you only upload Word documents, PDFs, or links to things like Google Docs that I can access. I can't access pages because I don't have a Mac, so make a note of that. When you're done, you can click back on the little yellow thing and go back to your homepage and go on to the next week. You can also find the discussions here, which is really cool. The discussions are also linked to in the lesson plans each week. So another way to get to the discussions is if I go into lesson 1, I could hit discussion right here and it'll take me there as well. So 2 ways to get to the discussion. When you're submitting work, you can see all the due dates here, which is super exciting. So in April, once the class opens, you'll be able to see all the due dates, but it'll pop up there for you. So you can always keep an eye on what's coming up and try and plan ahead. And then when you submit assignments, you can go to the My Grades part. And now anything that you've done will be filled in blue and it says that it needs grading. Once it's graded, there'll be a numeric value there and you can click on that numeric value and that's how you find my feedback. So if I said, oh no, you're missing question 5 and it's -1 point, this will be your explanation of why your grade is what it is. So be sure to come in here and click on it and make sure that you're reading my feedback, because sometimes I'll make edits to what you're saying and like, oh, you switched the independent and the dependent variable, please make sure to check that again. Or, oh no, the CSC citations are out of format, please make sure to check that again. And so all that feedback that will help you do the best you can on future assignments will be in here. So you do want to click on those little blue numeric values. So that's why the My Grades is so important. We also have really cool support for you, the library, tutoring, student help. You can send messages. Please email me directly instead of using Blackboard, because when you send messages in Blackboard, it doesn't tell me. And so it might take me a while to notice. But if you email me directly at catherine.creech@mhcc.edu, it goes right to my phone and then I can check it wherever I am, unless I don't have cell phone service. So that's Blackboard. Hopefully that helped. Let's look at your textbook. So you're going to access your textbook. It's free. It's online. You're going to go read book. You can download it, except when you download it, sometimes the files go weird and the formatting changes. So just a heads up, it won't be perfect if you download it, but you can. I prefer reading it online. So if you click it, it looks like there's nothing in here. And the reason it looks like there's nothing in here is because you have to go into the contents. So that's the unintuitive part of this. So get into the contents there. And then you have to scroll down and find our class, which is BI213. So we'll click that. Now we're in our section of the textbook, and we can navigate through each part by either using these buttons on the bottom. So Introduction to Evolution is going to be the first part you're reading. Keep going through, get to the bottom, click this button. Or you can use the content page again. And I like using the content page because when you click on this little plus, it shows you how many sections are in each chapter. So Introduction to Evolution is the chapter. There's 3 sections in it. And I think that's cool because it helps me preview how much time it's going to take for me to read the text. So evolutionary relationships, 3 sections, population ecology, way more. So that one I'll know I have a lot more to read and I can set aside maybe 2 hours or so instead of half an hour. So that's what this is. Super useful, really nice images. Let me know if you have any questions, and this sometimes hides, so make sure you pop it down to read it. All right, please email me. I love emails, and I will talk to you soon. Have a good one.